Hey, what's up everyone? This is going to be a video regarding Civil War ghosts or Civil War spirits. Now, this was brought back up to me by an individual who emailed me personally at the email to my channel. And they mentioned a theory of mine that I had in a video that I had previously done several months ago. And they brought it back up. And I hinted at it in one video, but I never made a dedicated video to it. So that's what I'm doing now. So, in the field of quantum mechanics and quantum physics, there's been extensive study done regarding this topic, regarding not the Civil War, but regarding times and timelines, past, present, and future, and even alternate timelines, alternate universes, parallel universes, and an infinite number of alternate realities. And also various spiritualists and spiritual people believe that all of this shall become one again at the very time of the end. At the time of the very end. And various prophecies point to that, but I'll get to that for another video, another time. There's literally so much to cover. But what if, because of that fact that there are points in existence that intersecting points in existence, what if points in the past and present intersect, where sometimes when you are witnessing Civil War activity or the reenactment of something, because it seems that the same thing plays out over and over, because sometimes I've actually heard myself as a child in the past here in this house, and I've heard it sounded like me from the past, me and mama, or me, or even relatives from the past, or people that used to live here or in various places. It turns out that you happen to hear things from the past, or sometimes interacting with you. And I'm wondering if those people in the Civil War ever experienced us in the now who have witnessed their spirits. And I'm wondering if some sort of veil is thin. And the moment you witness them, you happen to be witnessing a moment of two intersecting time periods, intersecting time points. And it's possible that those two, since the veil is thin at that moment, especially right now, that those two particular points in existence intersect. And if you ever look into quantum mechanics, quantum physics, they have done extensive research into not only alternate realities, parallel universes, but also alternate universes and timelines and all of that. But they've also looked at the intersecting of certain points. Look at Einstein's theory of general relativity, the string theory, all of those different things. You can look into that and find find your various interpretations on it, or your particular, I know we can't always lean on our own understanding, but we have to try to figure things out. But the thing is, it could be possible that two points are intersecting. What if the past is witnessing us now? What if you see so many different ancient drawings of modern things? What if they actually witnessed? What if times have converged in the past? Because here's the thing. If someone in the future does utilize the ability to be able to travel backwards, and say they chose to travel to a point right now, well, we're going to be witnessing those people right now. We would be witnessing them from the future now. And then I don't know how to explain this, but the way I see it, it's a non-stop, endless cycle, inevitable to happen over and over, if that's the case. If someone travels back to this point in existence, then the people at this point will see them, and then they decide to go back to where they came from, and then all of a sudden when they go back to where they came from, then whoever that older version of them was as a child, say for example, if an older version of someone goes back and decides to visit their younger self, well, when they do that, if it's in the same timeline or same universe, if they do that, theoretically, in my opinion, then when they get older, they're inevitably going to do that again. And they're going to say, oh, wait, wow, this is the moment when I'm going back to visit myself again, thus continuing the cycle, making that happen again. Then they visit themselves, and then those 2 points, that means those 2 points in existence, when the person goes back, and when their past version is witnessing themselves, if that happens that way, are always converging. And those 2 points in existence are always interlooping over and over and over and over. And I guess that's why they would say that it causes a time paradox if you go back and see yourself or something like that. I don't know if that's a fact or not, but it does make sense that it would cause a paradox. Doesn't really seem to match the laws of physics or the governing laws and set laws of principles. It doesn't really, mathematical principles and laws don't seem like they would really allow, similar to how the algorithms in a device or computer work, doesn't seem like that would allow, the governance would not allow that to be able to take place. But, I don't know. But say if you were to go back, then it's inevitable if you go back that in the future you're going to wind up going, the person that was a child at the time is going to wind up going back, and it's going to be happening over and over and over and over. Do you get what I mean? Let me know in the comment section if you get what I mean. Also, is it possible that if 2 times are converging, 2 time periods also converge, is it possible that some of the spirits that we witness are people from the past? And they're seeing us and we're seeing them, and to them we're the ghosts. What if to them we are the ghosts or the spirits? Kind of like in that movie, The Haunted, if you've ever seen that. Turns out she's the ghost, even though, and the people who are alive are the ones who are haunting her. That was an interesting movie. If you find that, I think it might be on Hulu still. I don't know. I haven't renewed Hulu in a while. Trying to save up a little, and I haven't renewed Hulu, but I don't know if it's still on there or not. But The Haunted, that's the name of the movie. It's kind of one of those crazy paranormal supernatural thrillers. I wouldn't really call it crazy, but it's an interesting perspective. And then they get justice on that evil guy at the end. But just think about that. What if we are the ghosts or spirits to the people of the past, and they are the ghosts and spirits to us? But there's also various verses that say that these other things live and eat and drink amongst us. These other beings, there's various things, and I think various beliefs that state that the evil spirits, the demons, the yins, the genies, the jinns, all those types of things, they live and eat amongst us, but we don't know it, in a parallel alternate reality or alternate Earth. Something like that. I don't know if that's true, but I know I've read it and I've heard it. And there are so many different things, but the Bible, they always go by the Bible. They always say by the Bible that they're evil spirits. So demonic entities and things like that, but I don't feel like every single spirit would be a bad one. It's strange sometimes because it seems as though they're not all that, but I'm wondering, they're definitely not all that. All of them are not just timelines, time periods converging or intersecting, interacting with each other, but some of them, it feels, might be. Because there's residual and intelligent hauntings, and the list goes on and on. But what if we are the ghosts to them? What if sometimes we are the ghosts to them? So that's an interesting perspective that I thought I would share and give more full light on. So I just thought I would share this and make a full video about it. I have actually had several like Civil War material appear for me and things like that, and it seems as though spirits try to communicate with me, ghosts and spirits and things. They try to communicate with me, and they always have. So they're not all. I don't feel like that they're all just a glimpse into or intersecting time periods. I don't feel like they're all that, but I feel like some of them might be. That's just an interesting theory of mine. But sometimes it seems that I have literally, legitimately witnessed interactions between me and the spirits or ghosts, or helping us out, or helping me out, or things like that. Like my mama, when Pa died, when Pa is my grandfather, I call him Pa, my grandfather on my mama's side, my mama's daddy. His spirit, she felt him helping her, working through her to help rebuild the sink. Just suddenly, just put the whole thing back together, take it apart and put it back together and fix this sink. And she said it was just like something was working through her immediately, and she felt like that was his spirit. And the spirit of her grandfather came to her, saying, "I'm not gone," even though they weren't even that close. He said, "I'm not that gone. I mean, I'm not gone. I'm not that gone. I'm not." And I have witnessed people that I shouldn't know. Here's the interesting thing: I have witnessed people that knew my pa, and I described them perfectly, and exactly where they lived. And I left my body in a dream, and I visited them, and he said, "Who are you?" And she said, "Hold on. He's my pa's friend, family. He's his grandson." And he said, "Oh, you related to?" And I'm not gonna give my pa's name, but and she said, "Yeah, he's related to him." And he said, "Oh," he said, "You almost got shot." And it was Mama said I described them perfectly, and somehow or other I visited their old cabin, their old house where they lived, and I actually witnessed them. I witnessed an uncle of mine outside that I've never talked to before. I've never seen him, and he died before I ever even could meet him. Yet I witnessed him, described him, his name, everything. And another uncle of mine that died, I witnessed, described perfectly, and I've never met them. Someone else in my mama's family, I described their name when they came through me as like a medium type situation. And so no, I don't think that all, unless there's the person at the time is trying to contact, and then that contact goes into the future and winds up intersecting. Maybe the past trying to contact, and then it just contacts someone in the future, and the certain moments are intersecting, and it just happens to pass through. The energy passes. No, that's trippy. What if the mediums or psychics who are trying to contact the past people, that energy transfers through to the actual point when it happened? Wow, that would be really freaky to think about. Or maybe someone who was living in the past did try to do a psychic thing, and it happens to connect to the person who's living now, like me now. Or maybe not. Maybe we're actually contacting spirits, because I do believe spirits and ghosts definitely it definitely happens. And I know some of them are demonic, some of them are evil, some are good, some are bad, positive, negative, all of that. I know that. I understand that. And all the level of trickery that can take place with the dark side and masquerading as light and all of that. I get it. I understand it's not good to mess with certain things, because certain ramifications and certain negative things can ensue, consequences. But I've witnessed so much. I've witnessed spirits and beings and ghosts, and so much that, like a person that looked like they were in a car wreck, or the spirit was just walking through the road like they just died, and it was just they were outside, and it just freaked me out. They were looking around and just walking like a victim of a car wreck, and I witnessed it. Just this glowing white figure. Daddy witnessed this glowing white being, a giant being with these glowing eyes outside, just taller than the vehicle, just looking right at him, and then just standing there. Ghostly see-through figure. We've all witnessed these things, and I don't know, some of these beings are interdimensional, but I'm wondering about the Civil War spirits and some of these things. I'm wondering if 2 points in existence, Two time periods could be intersecting with one another, and maybe it's not always, but many times, several times, I do believe it to be actually spirits, due to orbs and all these other things that I've witnessed. Spirits and ghosts. I do believe it to be spirits or ghosts many times. But what if sometimes it's two time points or periods or points in time in existence or alternate realities intersecting? What if it's 2 points intersecting? What if? My thoughts of the moment. If you like my message, if you like my channel and you would like to show your support and love through a donation, my PayPal link is below. My email for this channel is below as well. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and all of that good stuff. Give your thoughts on this. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.